Hello and welcome to another episode of Signals from the Inside. I'm your host, Smith-Lovett. This is a space where we decode the symptoms no one else can explain so you can finally spot it, stop it, and shift it. On today's episode, let's talk about how patterns leave us clues. Because if you constantly doubt yourself, I want you to start doing this instead. And let me first start by saying, if you second guess yourself or if you find that you struggle with self-doubt, this is a clue, not a flaw. You look for reassurance. Maybe you start asking for other people's opinions, or you overthink decisions and you wait to know for sure. So you're looking for that certainty. In your body, this could look like anxiety. It could show up as constipation and digestive issues. It could show up as a tight chest. It could show up as insomnia and even tension headaches. Now, in your business, this can show up as changing directions. So maybe you're thinking one thing and the next morning you wake up and you're like, oh my God, I have to go in this direction. I've seen this with business owners who have jumped industries. They start with an industry. They're really great at what they do. They just struggle on the marketing side, or they struggle to voice themselves. And then they jump to a completely different direction in a whole different industry. I also see this in ladies who struggle with inconsistent visibility, meaning they show up and they post for a good bit, then they get burned out and tired, or they're overwhelmed and frustrated, and then they stop. I see it in people who wait to launch something. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, that everything's perfect in alignment, and they procrastinate. So instead of doing those things, if I wanted to become a woman who trusted myself, I would start making small decisions faster. Now, I'm not saying make stupid decisions. I'm saying if there's a simple yes or no, if it feels like a hell yes in my body, I'm going with a yes. If it feels like a no, I may ask further questions. The second thing that I would do is keep promises to myself, because that's super important. If you're not keeping promises to yourself and you're constantly saying, okay, I'm going to do this, and then you don't, you're telling yourself you're not good enough to get it done anyway. So therefore, you're confirming the belief that it already has. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. So you want to honor the promises that you make to yourself, and you want to keep them so that you can keep looking for that evidence to say, oh, I am good enough. Look at how I did this for myself. And the third thing that you want to do is start celebrating evidence. So again, we're the type of creatures who are always looking in our reality for the evidence to confirm whatever we already believe. It's called confirmation bias. If you believe a yes for something, then you're going to always look for the yes that's going to confirm it. If you believe the negative or the no, then you're going to look for evidence that is going to confirm that. How do you change a pattern if you've been consistently believing the no? Is you want to start looking for evidence and celebrating that evidence to the yes. So, prime example, client comes to me and she said, I'm always getting this. These are also keywords and clue words you can look for. I never, this always happens. This does this every single time. You want to look for evidence of the opposite. Don't go with that because you've just created that belief. Look for something else. Find something else to do and to draw in the positive side of things. The next piece that I would do, so we want to start something. We also want to stop something. I would stop polling everybody else's opinions on things. I would stop waiting until I just felt certain. And I would stop assuming that mistakes meant failure, or assuming that I was even going to make mistakes. Maybe I just need refinement. Maybe there's another way of looking at it. Maybe you're not failing at all. Maybe you're refining each and every day that you continue to show up. Confidence doesn't create action. Action creates confidence. It's got to be something you continue to put into practice. So go practice and let me know how it goes. And as always, if you love the content that I'm putting out, give me a like, give me a share, hit subscribe, and go get your signals from the inside in the description, and I'll see you there.